Welcome to another episode of the Mad Fantasy Football Podcast with your hosts, Begley, Goni, and Wayne.
What is up, Mad Mob? Week 6 preview coming at you, hot and heavy. We got bye weeks this week, the first week of bye weeks. If your team is... from a fan standpoint, gentlemen, do you prefer your team to have a bye week early on, just get it over with?
No,
I don't.
Nope.
So you all are of like mind with me in that you'd rather it be in a more strategic place.
Yeah, I want at least midpoint of the season or later.
Yeah, you got to think these team with week 6 buys, they got to go 9 straight weeks after this.
Yeah, I want my bye weeks to coincide with major injuries to my players. You know, like I'd be okay if the Cowboys had one right now because it would give Dak a little bit more time to come back, kind of like the Lions with Swift. But in general, yeah, give me like the middle of the year bye.
Plus, guys get beat up during the year, man. Everyone, when you get to the end of the season or mid-season, they're playing hurt. You hear it all the time. They're not playing injured necessarily. They're playing hurt, which is there's a difference there.
Yep.
So it's just you want these guys to be able to rest, at a week 10, 11, 12, 13 or so. Like, it's good. It's a nice little refreshment from just this gauntlet that you're running for 3 straight months pretty much. And it gets you a nice little breather, especially if you're a playoff team. That's what you want.
Yeah, because football's hard. I mean, football is a grueling sport. I can't even imagine. I know. Like, I was out of high school, so I mean, it was me and adults. I mean, we were probably 19, 20, fresh out of high school, and we got all of us and played like 8-on-8 on a football field. We went to one of the local middle school's football fields and played tackle football, and boy, I was sore for 2 weeks after I played tackle football for an hour, and I can assure you there was nobody with the size and strength of anyone on an NFL field. So the fact that they do that week in and week out for hours at a time and then practice in between, great. I understand. It goes without saying that these guys are a lot tougher than me, but still, I'm sure those bye weeks are circled on the calendar.
Yep.
OBJ, where's it going to land? Some cryptic tweets? Sean McVay commenting a little bit. What do y'all think?
I think he could go to the Rams still, man. I don't know. I don't know. The Rams offered him some money. He didn't like it, turned it down, said it wasn't reflective of his value there. And Sean McVay came back and said that it's probably not going to be the Rams' last offer. So I think McVay wants him there. I think the Rams want him there. Yeah, I don't know. Probably there.
The Rams need playmakers, man, bad.
Matt Stafford needs to throw to someone besides Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee, though.
Ben Skowronek. Yeah, and I know we talked about this before. I don't know if, A-Rob's lack of production is making him lean more towards the Rams or away from the Rams.
I think it's moving the Rams closer to him.
Fair enough.
I mean, A-Rob's, dude, he's trash. I mean, Stafford, I don't know if you guys saw, I didn't realize it, but he called him out for his effort like 2 weeks ago. Like, that's not good, man.
Throw him the ball.
Is he open, though, gone? I don't know.
Fair enough.
I saw a stat line.
I don't know, yeah.
I saw a stat line for the season, and somebody posted it and just said, this man really out here just running. he like 1 reception, 2 reception, 3 reception. I think 3 is the most he's had all year. I faded him preseason because I didn't think he was going to be good here, honestly, but I didn't fade him as bad as he's playing.
I thought he was going to be great. I grabbed him wherever I could in the 8th round, 7th round, whatever it was that he was getting drafted in. I expected him to be a potential steal and league winner, and he's just carrying over from what he did with the Bears. It's pretty rough to see.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get into it. Our bye week teams this week are the Lions, Texans, Raiders, and Titans. Not playing this week. So all you Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry guys. Sorry. Hopefully we can help you out somewhere else. Hopefully you paid attention to Goni's grabs this last episode.
Hopefully.
Exactly.
If not, go back and check it out.
Great grab segment. It was wonderful.
If you didn't, that's an important segment for. That's especially important now that we have these bye weeks and you need somebody of value. Highly recommend the Goni's grabs. Pay attention to that on Tuesdays. Tuesday morning is when that episode releases, along with the world famous trash bags. So get you all the beautiful information. Game 1 of Week 6, Thursday Night Football. We have the Commanders at Bears, a thriller. This is a straight pick 'em, boys. Over under set at 38.
Give me the Commanders. Give me the over. I love Wentz. I love McLaurin. I love Samuel. And that's about it for me.
Nobody in the backfield?
No, I think it's too much of a timeshare.
What about the Chicago backfield? You're starting Demo, right? Is Chase Young back? Ouch.
Yeah, you're starting David Montgomery, but I don't love him this game.
What about Mooney? Do you think Mooney could be a deep flex play?
I mean, Washington's secondary is awful, but do you trust Fields yet? I don't.
I don't either, but they've been starting to connect on deep throws. Just with the buys out there, man, in a absolute deep pinch or deep league, I'd consider starting him. Of course, there's going to be better options. I'm not saying he's the number one out of all the crap he's starting this week, but I'd consider it against the Commanders.
I don't even think it has to be that deep. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I think Darnell Mooney's a good play this week. I think he could definitely be a 12 to 15 point player this week.
Yeah.
He's got the matchup to do it. I totally agree with you.
That's all it is. That the matchup combined with the fact that Justin Fields is throwing a little bit more, and like Goni said, they're starting to connect. Obviously the most important part. I think this is going to be a beautiful mixture of all those things coming to fruition against lackluster Commanders defense.
Yeah, I think this game is the Terry McLaurin kind of coming out party. He's been kind of just what he is. He's like a steady 10-point per game player all year.
Very meh
game.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, what's the over/under on that? Just for my own.
Yeah, I don't think I picked either. I'll take Commanders. Give me the over. It's set at 38 going.
Yeah, Commanders over. Same.
All right. Wow. The trifecta. Commanders and over. Next game, the first 1 o'clock. We're not going to Europe this week, by the way. So for all you people that keep forgetting to set your lineup Saturday night, for all you late risers, don't worry. You won't have any issues this week. We got the 49ers at Falcons. Falcons plus 5.5. Over under at 44.5.
Can I ask a what if question about the Commanders game? Do you guys play Logan Thomas or Cole Kmet if you had to pick one? If you're streaming,
which ones?
Logan Thomas or Cole Kmet
this week?
Yeah,
man, I like Logan Thomas this week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Probably if Logan Thomas is healthy, he was a late scratch at the end of the game. It's rough. I think Logan Thomas is actually going to be out again this week. I'm looking at it. He was limited Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Did not practice. So I'm going to assume that he's out. So with that, I'm going to go Cole Kmet.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Fair enough. In terms of Niners Falcons, I'm going Niners. I'm going the under. Atlanta is running the ball 40 times a game, taking all 40 seconds on the play clock. I don't ever play an over against Atlanta because even when they're down, they're running the ball. It doesn't matter. There's no such thing as a game script there. I'm sitting every Falcon I have. I mean, Drake London is not going to play this week for me unless I have to. And you guys know that hurts my soul. I think Jeff Wilson's a big play this week.
Yep, I agree. Give me the Falcons. Give me the points, and I'll take the under as well. I think the Falcons, like you said, they just run down the clock, and I think it's going to be hard to pull away. Something interesting that I saw, and I'm not sure how often it's done. So the 49ers played Carolina this past week, and they're playing Atlanta this week, obviously. They actually, after they played Carolina, they stayed over here on the East Coast and practiced here for the week instead of traveling all the way back to California and then all the way back to Atlanta. So no time zone jumping, no jet lag, no wear and tear of travel heading into Atlanta this week. Might be noted, might bode well for some 49ers key players. I know Begley loves Brandon Ayuk. George Kittle might be solid this week. I guess we'll see if that game plan worked out. Going, what you think?
Taking the 49ers, taking the under. Do you play Kyle Pitts this week?
No.
It's one of those things, man, where it's like you drafted him at a spot that kind of forces you to play him. But I'm at the point where, dude, like I'm streaming. Like I'll throw Irv Smith out there before I'll throw Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I've got to see it. I've got to see the ball go through the net with Kyle Pitts one time. And I don't think it's happening against the Niners. So he's a guy. I'm not just going to keep beating my head into the wall if I have Kyle Pitts. Like, I understand the draft capital you spent on him, but, man, you're getting destroyed by this man week in and week out.
Mariota or Garoppolo?
Garoppolo.
Okay.
I look at these teams. I look at these teams with good edge rushers, and I don't love the tight end matchups because that just means that the tight end's going to have to stay home more often. In my opinion.
Falcons love doing that with Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, they do it without great edge rushers on the other side. So
that's just part of the game plan.
Man, I feel like we could do a little draft to pick the highest scoring Falcons receiver, and we'd all be wrong this week. You know, like
probably Kadarius Hodge. Yeah. Yes.
Olamide Zaki. Who knows, dude? Who knows? For 14 completions a game, there's no fantasy value anywhere in Atlanta.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately for me. I don't have any piece of the Atlanta offense, but it is what it is. Next game, we have the Patriots at Browns. Spread is Browns minus 2.5. Over under is 43.5. Mac Jones could be playing this week. Nothing definitive, but he could.
Donnie, do you rush Mac Jones back if you're the Patriots?
No, you don't. He has an ankle injury right now. I believe it was like a high ankle sprain also. Everyone's getting high ankle sprains nowadays. But no, man, he's supposed to be the franchise guy. Let Bailey Zappi get out there. It's a winnable game. Zappi did it last week.
Facts. Yep.
Just let Zappi handle it. And I mean, I think our defense is good enough to keep the Patriots in this game. I think Ramondre Stevenson, you absolutely smashed that. Beggs actually probably hit something right on the head before we got into this podcast and mentioned that Pierre Strong will probably get 20 carries this game just because that's the Patriots way. Just hit you with curveballs left and right. I'm going to play in a PPR league. I will play Jacoby Myers.
He's earned it.
Yeah. Jacoby Myers has to be out there. You're playing Amari Cooper. You're playing obviously Nick Chubb. Do you play Kareem Hunt this week in a flex?
Yes, but I don't play Amari Cooper at all.
Don't play Amari?
Not at all. The Patriots allow the fewest fantasy points to wide receivers by a wide margin.
I didn't know if he earned it or not to be an every week guy thus far.
I would put a doink that he's below 14 points this week.
14 points is respectable, though.
Yeah.
What's his season average? Let me see. I smell a doink in the air. Wayne perked up a little bit on that one.
Well, no, because you're way off. His season average is high. That's why we're saying he's earned a sit and stay spot.
Well,
But
what
if I get 13, 14 points out of him, I'm not upset.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that either, honestly.
So 70. Okay, so his average per game is about 12 and a half. I'll go below 12 and a half. I'll put a doink on it. He's got 75 fantasy points essentially across 5 games. I think that shakes out to
That's 15, bro. That's 15.
Yeah, there you go. I put him on his average, Wayne. I'll go below his average this game if anybody's willing to take it.
You know what? Just because we didn't have any doinks last week, give it to me.
Oh, wow.
15. I can't wait to win this one.
Wait, you said 15? I thought you said 12.
I said 15. That's his average.
Oh, no. I thought you said 12. I'm out at 15.
Goni.
Did he not say 12, Goni?
I started at 12.
He started saying 12, but then he researched. He got the math wrong and then got the math right.
Then why did he say he's going
15.
below the average? Because 15 is his average.
I'm saying under 15. I'm taking he scores below his average on the year.
No, that's ignorant. I just told you I'd be happy if you got 13 or 14 on this.
Goni, as having been in this situation before, how do you feel about it, sir? As having been forced to take a doink in this situation.
No, you said 12 and a half, and that's what I took. I took 12 and a half.
Yeah. This does sound awfully similar to doinks. Absolutely, you anchored me down with in the past. 2 of them, to be exact. But at the same time, Beggs, it was bad juju because I'm leading in both of those doinks that I wanted no part of.
You know what? You're right. Give me under 12 and a half. I'll take it, Wayne. Deal?
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to take it. I just don't want it at 15. If you don't want it at 12 and a half, then we just won't do it.
No, like Goni said, there's juju here. I don't want any part of that bad juju. Let's do it. Let's do a 12 and a half doink. I'll take the under.
We in there?
Deal?
Yep. Buddy, I'm not gonna whine about it being 15 and saying he set at 12 and a half and then back out of 12 and a half.
Fair enough.
All right.
God.
Amari,
You guys can continue, by the way, while I go ahead and put this in.
give me the Patriots plus 2.5. Give me the over. I'll start Kareem Hunt in the flex. I'm not happy about it. I agree with Goni. I think Jacoby Myers has earned a spot. Ramondre Stevenson. How do you feel about – is Damian Harris playing? And if so, how do you feel about him?
He was limited.
We still don't know on him. Daggone it. Give us some concrete injury information, Patriots.
They took away the probable years ago, the probable designation, and now it's just questionable. So it leaves many questions.
The only Brown I want, I mean, I'll take Nick Chubb. I think you're playing Nick Chubb, but I like David Njoku better than Kareem Hunt this week. That's the only 2 Browns I really am excited about. Jacoby Myers and Ramondre Stevenson have to be in your lineup this week.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Is it in the ledger? I'd love to hear what side you're taking on this one.
I'm gonna take the under 12.5.
Revenge game for Billy.
Revenge game.
Boys.
People have been losing those lately, though. So
Yeah, we won't talk about that. All right, next game up. Begley's boy, Zach Wilson and the Jets at Green Bay. Green Bay minus 7.5. Over under at 45.5.
Is Jair Alexander playing, Goni?
let me go ahead and check.
While
Jair Alexander is a big deal. Go ahead.
While you check, I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to take Zachary, the MILF Hunter Wilson, and I'm going to take the under. And I'm going to take Breece Hall for 100 yards in this game on the ground.
Interesting.
Green Bay's run defense is not so good. And That boy's involved, gentlemen. Michael Carter
Jair will play.
Yeah, I like
Brees
Brees
last week too. So he played last week. He's going to play this week. He'll be out there. Give me. I'm just saying this because Begley's way too far ahead. Give me the Jets. There's no way the Jets lose the spread by any means against the Green Bay Packers, who just lost to the New York Giants. Jets are going to come out and smash. They're going to be phenomenal. Brees Hall's going to set the rushing record this week. I'm literally saying all of this just to give Beggs the old GGs on it. He's destroying us in the crappy team standings right now with Team New York's. No, but in all seriousness, still give me the Jets plus 7.5. I don't expect them to win, but I do expect them to cover. And yeah, I don't know. I'm forever rooting against Zach Wilson, but I would play. Who gets lined up across from Jair? It's Garrett Wilson, right?
I think it's Corey Davis or Elijah Moore.
Corey Davis.
Garrett Wilson's been in the slot.
Fair enough.
It hasn't mattered. None of them are really getting the ball enough.
That's because Zach Wilson's throwing the ball, as the prophecy foretold.
Yeah.
What Green Bay receiver are you taking?
Dobbs.
Yeah. I mean, give me.
Alan Lazard's getting hyper targeted.
Well, last week it was Cobb's game. Cobb had 99 yards. I don't think he scored, but he got a whole bunch of catches. So that almost definitely means it won't be him this week. Give me a wild card. Is Christian Watson playing?
You don't want him, bro. He only gets the ball in end rounds and jet sweeps.
Yeah, I know, but watch him go off. Give me Alan Lazard this week. I know it's a pretty chalky pick, though.
Wayne, you want to take Randall Cobb and we'll put a try doink on it?
Oh, I'm not putting a doink on this by any means. No way.
Just a gamble, go. Gamble.
Begley Goni hates doinks. He
All right,
gets
fine.
scared.
You know what? Doink. Done. Throw down. Take your receiver now.
Wayne, are you willing to take Randall Cobb? You got last pick, so it's up to you.
He's got to now.
No, I'm out of this. This is with you.
He's got to be in. This is a triple doink.
Yeah.
Give me Alan Lazard. I'll take Alan Lazard.
No, I already took him. Sorry, man. You got to pick someone else.
You took Christian Watson.
No, I took Alan Lazard. I'd go back and play the tape. I switched to Alan Lazard.
I said it was Christian chalky. Watson.
I said it was pretty chalky. Give me Alan Lazard. Man, not even listening. No,
because I think it is Alan Lazard this week.
Man, Wayne's scared. Wayne doesn't like to make doinks. He just doesn't like to gamble.
That's a weird thing to say about somebody that's already made a doink this episode.
Man, yeah.
Goni, would you be willing to give him, and Wayne, I don't know if you take it.
No, I ain't giving him nothing. I ain't giving him a single thing.
Randall Cobb plus A.J. Dillon's receiving yards. Would you be willing to give him both of those players to match our two?
No, this is irrelevant. I'm not giving him any handicaps at all.
Fair enough. You're right.
He's just scared. He's just scared, man. That's what it is. He doesn't like to make doinks. He doesn't like to just gamble.
I've already made a doink. It's a weird thing to say.
Yeah, but
it's a weird thing to say.
For the camaraderie, man. It's for the podcast. We don't have really a triple doink ever.
Yep. And it's not going to start here.
Man, way to ruin the opportunity.
It was until you got all nervous, man. Old jellyfish spine. Christian Watson. Then Begley was like, "It ain't Christian Watson." You were like, "Yes, sir, Alan Lazard."
Man, way to fire back with that one, man. Just take
yes, sir, Begley. It's not Christian Watson. I mean Alan Lazard.
You were super hyped for Randall Cobb, and now you're backing out. Flip flop.
I'm not.
Wayne.
Who was hyped for Randall Cobb? I said, "Do you start Alan Lazard? He's getting hyper targeted." And you said, "Oh, Randall Cobb is the one that's been doing it, so it's not going to be Randall Cobb." Is Christian Watson playing? That's exactly how it went.
Right, and then what happened after that?
You got bullied. Begley said, "You're stupid for Christian Watson," and then you said, "Austin said Alan Lazard, so I'll take Alan Lazard."
All right, we've learned that Wayne's scared, and
you got bully balled off of the guy that you felt was going to be it, and then snagged my guy.
No, man, I picked him before you. You can't pick my guy.
You didn't. I said Alan Lazard before you said him.
You didn't. Put a doink on it.
Doink, 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 doink.
I took Alan Lazard before you did.
I said Alan Lazard gets hyper targeted.
Okay,
And you said,
that I
but
took him for you.
listen.
No,
I
because
said
you're doing the wrong thing, man. You're talking about apples, and I'm talking about oranges over here. Don't want to listen to it. He's face palming. He's doing the long Wayne pause, the patented Wayne pause. Think about something dumb.
here's the timeline. Here's the timeline. I asked what receivers for Green Bay. I said Alan Lazard is getting hyper targeted.
I know the timeline, man. I was there.
Oh my God. Can I finish, please?
I guess.
I said Alan Lazard is getting hyper targeted. Then you said, yeah, but Randall Cobb went off last week. You said, so that means he's not going to go off this week. Is Christian Watson playing? Begley said, you don't want Christian Watson. He only gets involved in jet sweeps. And you went, I guess. And then Begley was like, let's do a try doink. You get Christian Watson. You said, I'll take Alan Lazard.
I said it like as or before he was laying out the triple doink.
The fact of the matter is, when before anything was stated, before the first guy that you thought of,
Yeah.
was Christian Watson. No?
Bro, I was going for a wild card, man. You're making this a way bigger deal than it is. Making a way bigger deal than it is.
I feel like I take the dub in that one. Begley, would you like who
you
took the
don't.
dub in that argument?
So stupid.
I think we all lost.
Yeah, I know. We just wasted 15 minutes for no reason over something dumb.
Well, I can't. I will not be. You're not going to call a guy that's already taken a doink this episode scared of a doink because I mentioned a guy and you mentioned a different guy and then you mentioned the guy that I originally mentioned and tried to put a doink on it. That was just weird, man. It was just a weird move. Put this argument in the trash bags.
Man. Worst ever.
Let me go back real quick. I am with you, Goni. I want the Jets plus 7.5. The Packers haven't been good this year. They just lost to the Giants. I think they only beat the Patriots by what, 3?
Yeah.
They beat the Bucks by 2. They got slaughtered by the Vikings, and they beat the Bears pretty handily. So unless you're an absolutely offensively inept team, the games are close. So give me the points here. I honestly, if I'm starting any receiver for the Packers, I'm starting Alan Lazard. I'm starting Aaron Jones. I'm staying away from Robert Tonyan. Goni, you say that you're going to start Robert Tonyan almost every week. Are you starting him this week?
Robert Tonyan or what's his face? What's his face from the Jets?
Tyler Conklin?
Yeah, Tyler Conklin. Who you taking?
Tonyan.
I'm not happy with either, dude.
I'm Tonyan as well, Beggs.
I'm probably Tonyan myself.
Who scores more fantasy points this week? The Jets running backs or the Packers?
Ooh, that's a good
The
one.
Jets running backs.
I'm with you.
If I had to
Goni,
go there.
I put a doink that Tonyan does better than Conklin.
Good one, man. Excellent.
Scared.
Excellent.
Scared.
pick, dude.
He's scared to
Man,
take a doink, Beggs.
You got me. You're
scared
so
to
good
take
at
a
this.
doink. Anybody
on,
else?
before we
Can
go
we
to
move on from
another
this game?
15
This game's just been a dumpster fire. And it's all Goni's fault. It's nobody else's fault but
Man.
Goni's.
This doesn't happen when I host.
You're right, man, because I don't railroad you. I don't take your picks and try and turn them against you.
Fair enough.
Next game. Jacksonville Jaguars. We hate you, by the way, ruining our parlay. People don't forget.
The worst.
Jags plus 2 at the Colts. Over under set at 42. Boy, this game is putting me in a mind pretzel as far as picking the winner.
Revenge game, Colts, and give me the under in any Colts game. They're kind of like the Falcons to me. This feels like the game Jonathan Taylor gets 130 on the ground, doesn't it?
Yeah, but he was DNP on Wednesday for his ankle injury.
Is Naheem Hines out of protocol yet?
Naheem Hines practiced in a limited fashion, but he's still in the concussion protocol.
But they let him practice, huh?
Yeah, it was probably like non-contact.
Okay.
Ride this bike over here.
If Nyheim Hines plays, I like Nyheim Hines in this game. I like Michael Pittman. I think some of the Alec Pierce hype dies down a little bit this week.
Who did you take for this to win?
Colts.
What was the spread, Wayne?
2.
Who's at home?
Colts.
There's no way Trevor Lawrence can be this bad 3 weeks in a row, right? Or he just pulled the patented, I look great, but I got you. 2 weeks in a row. I'm really not that good. I'm not the number one pick that I was supposed to be. Give me Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. The defense is still good. The Colts offense is still bad. Yeah. Is James Robinson gonna rebound in this?
He's done, man. Put a fork in him. Give me ETN rest of the year.
Is it because of his major Achilles injury?
Gone. He was inflated by touchdowns in his run at the beginning of the year. He had one nice run of 50 yards for a tutty, if you remember. Outside of that, he averaged like 3 yards a carry.
I was on a 4th and 1 also, I remember. A 50-yarder. Evan Ingram. Do you play Evan Ingram this week?
I don't. And that might be past Burns, man, because I had him on a dynasty, so I had to deal with him year in and year out of a lot of hype and not a lot of output.
Man.
So I'll listen to arguments saying otherwise.
Evan Ingram or Tyler Conklin?
Ingram.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
You got another one for us?
No. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to think, man. The Jags shut out the Colts when they played earlier this year. Shut them out. 0 points. Nothing. With JT. The only good thing that really the Colts have going for them is they got a longer week because they played Thursday. But I know the Jags just lost to the Texans, but the Colts-Broncos game might have been the worst football game I've watched in a long time.
Yeah.
And the Jags defense is better than the Broncos. Give me the Jags in this one. I just don't think the Colts find a way to score. Give me the under. I think Trevor Lawrence can still play bad, and that defense is going to give him the dub this week.
I think if you're absolutely hurting for a running back this week, I'm pretty sure we had him in the grabs and the waiver pickups. Deion Jackson for the Colts, running back. He came in last week when Nyheim Hines got ruled out with a concussion. If Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines miss this game, they'll be in line to be the starter. He looked very good in the limited work that he got against Denver, who has a pretty good run defense.
Double-digit fantasy points.
Yeah, he caught out of the backfields. He had good runs. He looked great. Just a thought. Sometimes you're in need. You need a pinch and everything, and I suggest Deion Jackson, stash him if you can.
Yep.
If Jonathan Taylor plays really quick, over under 80 yards, what do you guys got?
Under against this Jags defense.
Yeah, under as well.
If Jonathan Taylor plays, I said over under 80 going. You're taking under, both of you?
Yes.
So you'd be sitting Jonathan Taylor?
No, you never sit JT.
Never ever.
Okay.
He can still score a touchdown. He can get receiving work, PPR, Just because you get 80 yards, it can be a very lucrative fantasy day still.
Okay.
Next game, we got the Vikings -3 at Dolphins. It's actually 3.5. Sorry, it's been updated. Over under is set at 45.5. Teddy B should be playing at quarterback. Revenge game.
Teddy B's out?
Teddy B will not be playing. Skylar Thompson will get his first career start.
When was that updated?
That is as of today.
To me, The line should have already moved. I'm gonna take. This is trappy. Give me the Dolphins. Give me the Dolphins. Give me the under, and give me Raheem Mostert this week.
I'm looking at the injury report. Taron Armstead was a DNP. Teddy Bridgewater was a DNP. Obviously, Tua is not going to be in there. Jalen Waddle was a full participant. He's a full go this week. Raheem Mostert was a DNP also. It's just hard for me. It's hard for me to take that team with Skylar Thompson. He didn't look great last week. Wayne and I we're sitting Jalen Waddle until further notice. We have him on our dynasty team, and I just don't think you can play him. Give me the Vikings. Give me the under, because I don't think the Dolphins really score much.
Same.
Why hasn't the line moved more, Wayne? Why is the line only at 3.5?
Because it just got updated today. Apparently, that Teddy B is not playing. Because what I'm looking at says that he should be playing, and it was this was updated today. It must have just been earlier today.
Are you all going to slam it?
I wouldn't mind this one in a parlay for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it either. I'd buy it down to 2.5 personally, but that's the price I'm willing to pay. I think the Vikings definitely win.
Okay. I think it's what you like Dalvin Cook this week?
Yeah,
Yes.
I like Dalvin Cook every week.
Yep. Dalvin Cook, J.
There will
Jetta.
never be a week where I don't play him.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne, it was 11 hours ago. According to Ari Mirov of PFF, the Dolphins plan on starting Skylar Thompson against Minnesota on Sunday.
So it was
Trap.
updated this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trap. Adam Thielman or Jalen Waddle?
Oh, that's gross.
Adam Thielen, this game.
Adam Thielen. Give me. I'd probably still take Jalen Waddle, honestly. In that one. The usage. I mean, you're hoping for a touchdown out of Thielen, right?
He's been doing without touchdowns this year.
I mean, nah.
You don't think so?
I mean, 5, 7, 15 is a game he scored a touchdown in. 11 and then 4.7. I don't. Is that doing it?
No, it's not.
That's my thing. Can he outscore Waddle this week? Absolutely, 100%. He'll probably score 2 touchdowns because I just said this to you. Just give me if it's between the two, just give me the guy who can break a touchdown with his speed anywhere on the field. Waddle's got boom playability.
Yes, he does.
Gesicki or Irv Smith?
Irv Smith.
You
Never
finally
touching
faded-
Gesicki again.
Finally faded Gesicki.
Never again. Dude, Paris Campbell, Mike Gesicki, congratulations, you're dead to me.
There's no coming back from it either.
Yeah, man.
All right. Next game, we got the Bengals at the Saints. Bengals only minus 1.5. Over under set at 43.
Wow. Is Jameis playing?
Jameis. I'm looking at the injury report right now. He was a limited participant in Wednesday's practice. Michael Thomas was a DNP. Chris Olave, obviously a DNP. He got knocked out cold. Marshawn Lattimore, DNP. Jarvis Landry, DNP. Got to monitor. You're going to have to monitor the situation more. I don't think all these guys will be out come game time, but it's not what you like to see to start the week of practice.
It doesn't matter anyways. The Bengals minus 1.5 with this line, it's disrespectful, man. Like, the Saints defense has been disappointing, to say the least. I think Joe Burrow just pours it on.
I'm there.
It feels like it's another one, right? Like, it feels like Vegas is stupid, but we know they're not.
Vegas is aliens.
It feels like Vegas is dumb here. I would take New Orleans and give me Alvin Kamara this week. Another 100-yard rusher this week.
Are you locking that in for DFS?
Depending on his price, I would not mind Alvin Kamara this week. He was good to me last week.
That's true. That's true. Just trying to see if we can get a little preview. Spoiler alert here.
How do you feel about Taysom Hill, guys?
He's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It doesn't matter. The matchup means nothing to me. It's just whether or not you want to put your stones on the table and put this man in your lineup.
It just depends if when he lines up in the Wildcat, there's a hole that magically opens for him.
Man, I don't trust him when Jameis is back. I just, he gets on the field more with Andy. If, let's say Michael Thomas is out, let's say Olave's out, Marquez Callaway worth a shot to you guys at all? Traquan Smith?
I'd feel better about playing Taysom Hill over either of those guys. I know it's not the same position or anything, but they utilized Taysom Hill last week, and with so many weapons out, you might have to ask him to do more this week.
Yeah, I think it's less of a let's use our other receivers, more of a let's just run the Wildcat and run Taysom Hill into the ground.
Gadget game. Game.
Yeah.
Gadget game. Wayne, Hayden Hurst, or Tyler Boyd, or both, or neither?
I'll take Hayden Hurst.
Yep. Absolutely.
I agree.
T. Higgins. Let me see what T. Higgins talking about right now.
Does Jamar Chase or T. Higgins score more fantasy points this game, Gonny?
Well, T. Higgins sat out practice all day, so he's got an ankle injury. He got 0 targets before he left. Granted, it was very early in the game. Jamar Chase. Give me Jamar Chase in this one. I don't care about Marshawn Lattimore.
Let me ask this question. I asked you off air, Gonny. I didn't ask you, Begley. I got a message from somebody on Facebook. Somebody used to work with an old Toyota chap. In a redraft, somebody offered him Jamar Chase for Tyreek Hill straight up.
I think I take it.
That's what me and Gonny said.
I think I take it. I mean, with Tua's neck looking like it's made out of loose rubber bands, I think I'd feel more comfortable with Jamar.
Fair enough. Dustin, if you're listening, there you go. 3 for 3 on taking Chase. All right. Is that everything on this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Our next game, Ravens at Giants. Baltimore -6, over under set at 45. At what point are we kind of disrespecting the Giants?
Right now. You're disrespecting them right now. Give me the Giants. Give me the points. Saquon is on a tear. Daniel Bellinger, I think, is leading receiver for the Giants again this week.
Daniel Bellinger. Gross.
First.
I mean, it could happen, but he was only 2 for 22 last week. He scored a rushing touchdown, is what buoyed him. I mean, I like it. You're planting the flag. I understand, but gross.
He'll be in my DFS lineups as a streaming tight end.
Yeah, he'll be the cheapest. He'll be like $1,000 on there. Wayne, the Giants could win the next 7 games in a row, and I'm still going to come into the next week afterwards like, nah, man, they still suck. They're terrible. They're going to fall off, and they're going to continue to win. But what receiver do you take, Beggs?
Darius Slayton.
Darius Slayton is the guy, huh?
Absolutely. He's the only one you could even consider.
I like Richie James in a deep play.
He's really done nothing outside of week 1. I like Slayton. I obviously like Saquon. I don't like Daniel Jones. Wayne, are you playing your Devin Duvernay this week?
No.
Ooh, I would.
Is Bateman out confirmed?
Checking it right now. He missed practice on Wednesday with a foot.
I thought he was playing.
I'm just saying he missed practice. He's not practicing yet. He hasn't practiced since week 4, since he left in week 4. So we'll see. I mean, one to monitor, but if he misses the game, yeah, I'm firing up Devin Duvernay if I got him, in the flex, obviously. Yeah, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, you're playing Jake. You're playing all your big Ravens. Who has more rushing yards, Lamar or Saquon?
Man,
I can't go
Saquon.
against Saquon. Yeah, he's been playing great.
You got to take Saquon on that one.
Yeah, I like Bellinger as a streamer, man. I like Duvernay only if Bateman is out. I like both kickers in this game.
I picked up Graham Gano. There's not a week where you don't like Justin Tucker. You're firing him up every week, and then you're probably not even going to drop him. When you need to pick up another kicker. Begley did it once.
I'm okay with it. It's a kicker, bro.
In a dynasty.
It means nothing.
I know. I'm just clowning you, man. But yeah, I picked up Graham Gano this week as the absolute studly kicker pickup of the week.
Studly kicker pickup of the week. Okay. I'm kind of with Gone. I can't respect New York. Can't do it. Give me the Ravens -6. The over under is more difficult.
Daniel Jones plays quarterback for them. He's not good.
He's not turning the ball over though. That's the key. That's the Cooper Rush way of winning.
Man,
just punt the ball. Quit turning it over.
It's a game of inches and field position.
Well, the thing with Daniel Jones is like he's really just not doing anything in general.
No, he's handing it off to Saquon a lot.
I mean, he's completing a lot of his passes, but his passes are like 5 yards down the field. So I mean, I guess shout out to the Giants play calling for doing that, but I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he's had a passing touchdown in the past couple of weeks.
He had a little stupid shovel pass to Bellinger against the Packers that I think was a passing touchdown. That's about it.
I don't think he did.
Was it?
He did not. It was week 2. It was his last touchdown, and he's got 3 on the year.
Well, there you go.
So he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 3 weeks. There is no way that winning's sustainable with a quarterback that doesn't pass up for touchdowns ever. It's just not sustainable.
If he wins a wild card game, do they pay him?
Oh, I don't even think it needs to go that far. If they make the playoffs, they pay him.
You think
really?
So?
You
they
don't
extend him.
You don't look at what he's done this year and say, anybody can do that at an NFL level. Like if it's an NFL quarterback, literally anybody can do that.
No, because I've talked about it, I think on here, to be honest with you, a couple episodes ago, that I was talking to a guy at work who's a Giants fan. And before the season started, we were talking about the fate of Daniel Jones after this year. And I told him, Daniel Jones is going to play well enough. It's the Jason Garrett effect, man. He's going to play well enough this year because he's on the hot seat, in danger of losing his job. He's going to play well enough to get paid, get an extension, and then he's going to go right back to sucking next year.
Wow.
Not if they keep the play calling like this, dude. They're making it impossible for him to suck.
Just manage the game. That's all he's got to do.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, he's managing the game for sure.
Let me just take a moment to shout out the Conference of Champions. By the way, I'm just saying, 5-0, 2-4-1 teams. Goni, can I get
over, man?
It's America.
It's ugly. The Eagles are the only one that's respectable at all. We know the Cowboys are going to bungle this. The Giants still don't have anyone's respect. Carson Wentz looked amazing for 2 weeks. He was the QB3 after 2 weeks, and now he looks like Carson Wentz.
He was good.
How many teams make the playoffs?
3
out of that division. 3.
Cowboys are making the playoffs with that defense.
All right, so the Eagles win, right? The division.
Not so fast, my friend.
Doink? You want to put a doink on it?
No.
I know Dak Prescott's coming back one day, and that'll be your downfall, sir.
I'll never put a doink on the Cowboys ever again.
No way that division sends 3 to the playoffs.
I mean, New York looks.
I'll put a doink on that.
If you look at the NFC, Tampa's probably going to sneak in there. At New Orleans,
Tampa's not going to sneak. Tampa's going to win the division outright.
Yeah, but it's going to be ugly doing it. That's the worst division in football. You got New Orleans is a squeaker. They're right there with the Giants. The Rams look awful. The Cardinals look awful. The Seahawks aren't getting in. Bears are trash. Lions are trash. Who are we worried about? It's Minnesota, New York, and the Saints, as far as I'm concerned. For the last wild card spot, I'll take New York at 4-1 with the head start.
Okay, so you want the doink?
No.
Oh man, I wanted to hop in Wayne's backpack on that one and absolutely ride the coattails to a double doink.
It's bad business to take doinks against the field. I'll never do that. It's bad business. Let's try. If you want to pick a team,
you limited the field to 3 other teams.
We'll go team for team. Like if you want to pick a team over the Giants to make a wild card spot, sure, I'd consider it. Like if you want to take New Orleans, I'll take the Giants, and I'll see you in HE double hockle sticks, my friend.
Ooh, hockle sticks.
I might pick that up, huh?
Hockle sticks.
All the hockle sticks.
that phlegm on the back of my throat really hung in there.
Oh man, that's why we're a football podcast, because we don't know much about hockle.
Yeah.
God.
All right, moving on. It's the last 1:00 game of the week, and then we'll send you all on your merry way. But don't fret. It's the game of the week, the most exciting, the most entertaining.
I hate this guy.
The best game of the week. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Steelers. Tampa -8, over under at 44.5. This is Kenny Pickett's first start at formerly known as Heinz Field.
Acrisure Stadium now.
Yeah, we're both right.
We are both right.
I would throw every dollar in my wallet on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this game. I like every Tampa skill player.
Wayne, do you have the money line for this game in front of you, or do you want me to look it up real quick?
-400.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You know what the line was last week for the Bills?
What?
I saw it as high as -950.
Wow.
Smash.
Give me everything Tampa. I'm playing I would consider streaming Cameron Brate even, honestly. Or Kate Otten, whichever one tickles your fancy. I don't think I'm sitting George Pickens this week.
I'm sitting DJ. I'm sitting Deontay Johnson, man.
All right, let's just make it easy though. Who would you play?
From Pittsburgh?
No, yeah, from Pittsburgh.
Nobody. Do you even start Najee?
I'm sitting Najee. No, if I'm a Najee owner, I'm sitting him.
Dude, Kenny Pickett's not going to have any clue what to do against this defense.
He didn't last week either against the Bills.
I know. He's going from great defense to great defense. He threw 3 picks last week in in one half of football.
Yeah, it's rough. I have to play Najee this week.
I do.
Like I must, and I don't love it.
If Pat Freiermuth plays, that's the Steeler. I mean, that's the guy. Tampa's been not great against tight ends this year.
Yeah,
and I know Wayne. I'm sure you're itching to fact check me on that.
No, I watch them every week.
Okay. I mean, they're still good against tight ends. They're just average. I mean,
if somebody's twisting your arm to start a Steeler, yeah, it's Pat Freiermuth.
I mean, if you're a Najee owner, you feel like, I mean, there's nobody with a winning record as Najee as our RB1, right?
I don't have a winning record in the league. I have Najee in.
I mean, him and Jonathan Taylor have been killers this year.
Yes, it's brutal. I'm glad. I hate the number 1 pick because you live and die by it. And
Yeah, you can't miss.
the number 1 picks are dying this year.
McCaffrey was the play, man, or Jetta.
Yeah.
Or Cup. Cup even would have been an acceptable number 1. It's just so hard. I could probably never take a wide receiver at number 1. Ever.
You always know that you shouldn't pick the number 1 guy at number 1. Like, well, how many times has it panned out? Le'Veon Bell for like 1 year, it panned out.
David Johnson.
Adrian Peterson panned out a lot.
You almost like, are you all like me in that you get the number 1 pick and you know who it is? Like, if you got it this year, you were like, number 1 pick, JT, boom. But deep down in your bones, you were like, just trade back, get you some. But people didn't do it, and now you're like, why did I just not listen to my gut?
It's just the allure. People think that they saw what he did last year, and they have it in their mind that he's going to do this every year, every game. Like football doesn't ever change. Things change, man. Things change all the time.
Understandable. And all you people that drafted him first overall, you're not stupid. You were on the same mind with many professional analysts and us as well. We all had JT at once.
Yeah. And you still have a chance. You still could be fine.
Yeah, 100%. He was ranked 20th after 4 weeks last year.
Yeah, I mean, you're not excited about it, but you could be fine. We'll see.
Yeah, definitely. So tomorrow, 7 a.m., we'll be posting the rest of the games. There's only 5 due to the bye weeks, so we'll be posting those, giving our preview of those and our DFS lineups. And we're going to take some Q&As at the end of that one. Going to start doing Q&As at the end of the Friday episode where we're taking over the afternoon games just because the bye weeks give us more time. So make sure to comment or email us, tweet us, wherever you want to contact us, your questions, and we'll get to them on that Friday episode. I think we're going to be more consistent with posting like a random weekend Q&A as well too. So yeah, that's what we're looking at, Mad Mob. We appreciate you not getting the number 1 overall pick for MVP.
Let's go.
Facts.